Time is precious, and so are our pets. So time with our pets is extra precious. That's why we started Dutch. Dutch provides 24/7 access to licensed vets with unlimited virtual visits and follow-ups for up to 5 pets. You can message a vet at any time and schedule a video visit the same day. Our vets can even prescribe medication for many ailments, and shipping is always free. With Dutch, you'll get more time with your pets and year-round peace of mind when it comes to their vet care. Go to Dutch.com to get vet care that is always there for just $92 a year.
You know what I could really go for right now? Literally anything that comes in a McDonald's carton, wrapper, or bag. Or a McDonald's cup. Yes, any of those items should do it.
We've got your cravings covered. Now stop in for the flaky Filet-O-Fish, the crispy snack wrap, or large fries for just $2.99. Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Welcome to episode 2 of Sun Coaches Podcasting for all coaches under the sun. This is Chris Lamb, the man of constant sorrow, and today's episode will be totally focused on the hotness. Still setting up the interviews for getting coaches involved with the podcast. I had an overwhelming response with people wanting to come on and just talk funny stories and what we're trying to do here. I was shocked and amazed. I actually thought we'd only have about 10 guys that said that they would want to do it or so, and I had over 50, 60 guys reach out to me, which is fantastic. Very surprised with that response for that. But we've got so many jobs open right now that I figured until I get these things lined up and figure out how to convert the phone conversations and Zoom calls over to the proper, whatever. We've already established the fact I'm not very smart, that I'm trying to convert it to the proper audio file it needs to and upload and all that stuff, that I would just go over these jobs and say what needs to be said about those, or not necessarily what needs to be said or anything like that, but what's going to be said, what I'm going to say about them anyway. And so that's what this episode is going to be about. It's just straight hotness. Word on the street. A lot of these are in process right now. I don't know, I again, when I talk about jobs that are open, they're not necessarily what I believe so much as what the entire coaching community is saying about these jobs. So, don't get butthurt if it's your place or if it's something that you're interested in and something said that you don't really want to hear. That's not my department. I don't really care. This is a collection of thoughts and what people are saying about the job. I think we left off with Banks County last episode. So we'll pick up with the Heritage School, this private school in Noonan. I remember in the advertisement, somebody asked me in the private, in a DM on X, where I saw this, and I can't remember. I had a stroke 2 years ago, and things like your name, what day it is, where I'm at, I forget things like that. So where this actual advertisement was, I can't remember, but I do remember that they said they wanted a private school guy or somebody familiar with the private school situation. That's all I know about that place. I don't know anything else about it. Noonan's a nice town. They're still rebuilding from when the tornado came through. Other than that, I don't know anything about it. Next one, Tattnall County. One of my best friends gave me my first coordinator position. Isaac Farrell stepped down, riding off in the sunset. Job well done. Have you seen their new region? Good luck with that. You ain't got what they got. Buyer, you need to beware. Kick the tires, look under the hood, and all that kind of good stuff. It made state news. You need to look into that. Isaac's good people. And do your research on administration, where the new administration came from, and then people that left there and went to be administrators other places. Connect some dots, and there's a common thread there. So you need to figure that out. You figure that out. And again, these jobs, every one of these jobs is going to be filled. Everybody's going to fill their jobs that are open. They're not going to shut down the football program because somebody didn't take a job. That's not going to happen. Every one of these jobs is going to be filled. Everybody is going to have job openings. They're going to be filled year in, year out. It doesn't matter what I think. It doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't matter if I think it's a good job, you think it's a good job. It doesn't matter. And there's a lot of you guys, especially you youngins, are going to sit back and go, but I bet you I can go in there and get that place right. Oh, they just need him. I can go in there. Man, he ain't doing it. Okay. All right. Sit back. Some of these guys, they go back, they're just retreading people. I'm tired of them retreading people. It's the same old. You think they forgot how to coach? You think these guys at these places, they were successful, they went somewhere else, and they just all of a sudden became morons? No, that's not how. That's probably not what happened. That they probably went in with the same thought that you did, that they could go in and fix a place. Or, whatever, or who knows what happens. More than likely, they have no players. You can go in and draw whatever you want on the board. If you ain't got dudes, them X's and O's ain't going to overcome like the Jimmys and Joes. You believe what you want to. But, that's just the way it is. Moving on, Riverwood. Riverwood's up there in A. It's a unique place. It's one of those international baccalaureate schools, one of them IB schools where they got them intelligent children that go to school there, and it's going to take a unique individual to handle it. And it's been a revolving door. They have people come in and out. It's a cool situation, cool school, but they don't care nothing about no football. They might care about football, but they ain't real interested in no football. Another one of my, mentors, somebody that's been better to me than I truly deserve, stepped down at Fayette County, Nick Davis, one of the best in the game. I put Who's Gonna Fill Their Shoes on there. Remind me of that old country song, Who's Gonna Stand That Tall? Good luck working harder and doing better here than he did. Now, why did he step down? I don't know. He didn't tell me. What's he going to do now? I don't know. He didn't tell me. I didn't ask because I know better. He's not going to tell me. If I need to know, it's a need to know basis. If I need to know, he'll tell me. I didn't ask. I'm not going to bother Nick with that. Hopefully he goes into athletic administration. If he doesn't want to coach again, hopefully he keeps coaching. But, he's run a good race. He's been doing it for quite some time. I asked him if he was going to retire. He said, nope. Other than that, he didn't say, but it's a tough gig. So good luck with that one. Pickens County, here we go. Another one of my favorite guys steps down. You got new administration that comes in. He was a ball coach and decided to go in a hot different direction. It is the usual. You can fill in the blanks, and that new region is going to be brutal. Chris Parker's there. He had nothing to do with it. Parker Resources, he's done such a great job with what he does for all of us, what he's done to help a lot of us. And, just a great guy, but he doesn't have anything to do with that kind of stuff. I'm sure they probably pick his brain about what he thinks as far as when they do make changes and things like that, but he's not actually he has nothing to do with this kind of stuff. With that being said, I will say this. Whenever you have an admin change, a lot of times they're going to want to come in and go with their own people, and apparently that's what's happened here. They decided they wanted to go in a different direction. So a different direction they're going to go. Now, Pickens County is a mountain school. And for those of you who don't know, mountain schools, they in the mountains, way up yonder. And they'll do good until they go west of I-75 or south of I-20. Every now and then, they'll do okay once when they do that. But when they go west of I-75 or south of I-20, they're going to get doo-doo stomped. That's just the way it is. Unless there's somewhere that begins with a C. Except for Coosa. Think about it. Cedartown, not really a mountain school. They good. Carrollton, they good. Cartersville, they're good. Calhoun, they're good. Cass, they're good. They all start with a C. Pickens County starts with a P, as in P, not a C. In the mountains, you need to have the mentality that if you're practicing on Thanksgiving, that's your state championship. Unless you're Rabun County, and they're in a different situation. You know, they're in a smaller idea. Not saying you can't win there, but and not saying you can't win big up there. But year in and year out, it's just not tenable. Or it hasn't been traditionally. It's just not. Another thing about mountain schools, you've got to be able to stack great classes back to back. You can't have every other class be good. In North Georgia, in the mountains anyway, you're generally not going to have freshmen come in that are ready to play. As Coach told me that was up there. They're just not. Where in South Georgia, sometimes you'll have freshmen that are ready to play on Friday nights. They're just different. Pickens County is going to garner a lot of interest. They have great facilities. There's good people there. The perception on the outside is going to be fantastic. They're in a better situation now than they were when Gucci Mane took it. But they've decided to go in a hot, different direction. They're not going to let you bring people in from the surrounding counties, even to pay an out-of-county fee. So there's that. On to the next one. Hotness on the list is Coosa. It is a Floyd County school. But Mox, it starts with a C. Yeah, it starts with a C, but they're going to be about average at best at all the time. It's in Floyd County. Now, if you don't know where that is where Rome is. And there's a pile of schools in Floyd County where Rome is. And Rome's a city school. Rome is good, real good. The private school there is Darlington, and they're generally not bad either. So that leaves all the rest of the schools in the county to fight over whatever Rome decides they don't want and Darlington decides they don't want. You get what's left over. Good luck. Union Grove. Coach Smith, he did a great job here. So you're going to be following a good one. Buyer beware. Look around. Check it out. Kick the tires. Might want to do some investigation. Which brings us to Greenbrier, which is located in my hometown. The school didn't even exist when I was coming up. It's a great school. It's got admin that I grew up with, great people. It's a great baseball school, nice facilities, great place to live. My mom and daddy still live there. Did I mention it's a great ball and stick place? Let me explain something to you about Columbia County. Since 1988, when Evans High School played Effingham County, in the semis, they hadn't had a football team worth a Tinker's Dam in Columbia County to speak of, not on a consistent basis. Columbia County don't care about football. They don't. They never have. They never will. They are not going to put the resources into it like your Gwinnett counties, like North Fulton, like one school systems. They're not going to. That's not what they're about. And it's really sad because they could be. They could be like Gwinnett County. They could be like North Fulton. They've got, but they're not. They're just not. And the guy that was there did a great job. Did it the right way. He was at Columbia Middle School for a long time. Moved over there. Just it's a tough region. You're playing people that are in real football schools that really care about football. And you might get a good group come through every now and then. But, if you win 8 games there, that's like the Super Bowl. Kings Ridge, one of those private schools up there somewhere in Atlanta. I don't have any clue, no idea, and I got no opinion other than Terry Crowder was a real one, and he's always been good to me. And I think they said he's going to be over transportation now up there at that preparatory school, and that's kind of cool. So there's that. Trutland County came open. Pat Collins got those kids playing tough. Step down. It's small. It's rural. It's a tough gig. As they're the Vikings. That's kind of cool. Wheeler County. It ain't really open. It's been filled. We'll get to that here in a second. Baldwin. Coach Hicks, one of the most well-respected coaches in the business, got hit with the hot going in a different direction hotness. This should be interesting. Another one of those places this never been allowed to hire coaches, have slots open to hire coaches. Unless you want to teach physics. And I know there's a lot of you guys out there that are football coaches that have your physics endorsement, your AP endorsements, your English endorsements, because that's what we went to school to do, was teach those classes. That one had me shocked. He's in the mix for a lot.
Bubba Wallace here from 2311 Racing. You know what's slower than a pace car? Waiting at the car wash. That's when I fire up Chumba Casino. It turns those slow minutes into fast fun. With new games every week, you'll never get bored. Next time you're stuck in the slow lane, speed up with Chumba. Play now at ChumbaCasino.com. Let's Chumba.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Well, not a lot, but a few jobs in the area. So it'll be interesting to see where he lands. He will land on his feet. His record speaks for itself. His reputation precedes him. He will be just fine. Pepperell is another one of those Floyd County schools. One of the best of the old head steps down. That place has got some hard-nosed, tough kids. and they got a dragon up there that they put gas in it, and every time they score, he shoots fire out of his mouth. And when I was at Temple in 08 and 09, they scored so many points against us that they ran out of gas and damn near burnt the woods down with that dragon. They the dragons, that's cool. And the kids are hard-nosed. Coach Honeycutt was there. Lynn Honeycutt was there for a long time. And those kids have always been hard-nosed, and they play hard. And it's a cool setup and a cool school-looking place and beautiful campus. And, I mean, to me, it's probably the best county school in Floyd County. And they're starting their process Friday. Charlton County. Can you rekindle the magic of the swamp? Coach McWhorter is still out there. Now, are they going to bring him back? Don't know. I doubt he wants to go back down that way. There ain't no more Bailey boys. Champ and Boss ain't down there no more. The legendary and mythical Swole Bailey, he ain't down there no more. If you know, you know. I don't know what to tell you. Something. I don't know if they can't get them from Florida down there no more. I don't know if they running going to Camden with this new NIL deal. I don't know what they can offer them down there. It's a funny shaped county. They got them spread out all over the place. They're good at baseball now. There ain't no reason why they can't be good at football again. They had tradition. You know, they weren't very good when Coach McWhorter went down there the first time and built that place. You know, they were horrible. And he built it up and made them a powerhouse. So now they back to me. Somebody's going to have to try to do it again. They've already started interviews. They're going to have somebody named by Christmas. Be nice to see them back. It's good for the state when Charlton County is good. Salem is close to being done. It's a Rockdale County school, southeast metro Atlanta. They're garnet and gold. That's about all I got to say about that one. I remember they played in the Dome one year. They're playing Statesboro. Statesboro's out there warming up. And, they got the Schimmel shirts on, no pads. They're all humongous. Coach Busby's coaching them. Pennington's is an offensive coordinator. And Salem locks arms, and they come out. And for some reason, they had used it's like the saran wrapping that they use on pallets to keep boxes from falling down as their walk-through sign, and they couldn't bust through it. And we were up in the mezzanine going, uh-oh, this is fixing to be bad. It was. But that was the last time they were good. That was a long time ago. Now, here's one down the road from me. Dodge County. It was open last year. It's open again. John Marshall Peacock won a lot there because he was a legend. They've had 4 coaches in 4 years. Maybe it's you. Maybe there's a problem there, and it really doesn't make sense because it's a football town and there's good people there. There's good people there. There's restaurants, and they have money, and they have kids, but there's something not right. And I'll let you figure it out. But it's jacked up. And they're interviewing on Friday, and they're going to have the 4 guys I know that are interviewing are all established head coaches. And they're going to have to let whoever comes in there, it's either got to be somebody like my age that's been successful. Not me. I have not been successful, but somebody my age that's been successful. They'll give them 4 or 5 years to leave them alone, let them try to get the place straightened out, back to sustainable, and let it get back to where it should be. Or they have to find a young guy that has proven that he can turn one around and leave him alone and let him go. The guy that was there went back to where he came from, which is Wheeler, after 1 year. They got problems down there, but they have the best Mexican restaurant. I Heart Tacos there is fantastic. Dodge County Open is what it is. It's you go in there thinking that you're going to save the universe. You go right on ahead with your bad self. More Hotness, Lafayette, another great old head that has done everything the right way up there. Andy Scott in the mountains. They're the Ramblers. There's a great mom and pop restaurant in town. There are good folks up there. Your administrator, she likes to say that she is a principal. They have a very interesting clientele. Their upper echelons will go to Tryon or Gordon Central, and you are left with what you're left with. Kids play hard. He got them playing hard, and they decided to part ways. Arabia Mountain. Have fun following this act. What a great job by Coach Washington. Good. He's moving to Texas. Don't know why. I guess, job, whatever. Good luck in Texas, Doctor. What a great job. Got Region Coach of the Year. The Cab Cat Coach of the Year. It should be. Man, what a great job. It's fun to watch. If it stays on staff, good. If it don't, have fun following that act. Either way, it's going to be great. East Lawrence. I gushed about this place. We went and did OTA there over the summer. It was about 174,000 degrees out there. And it was before I'd had my back surgery, so I wanted to die anyway. Getting old, can't deal with it. They had a great coach. They've got great administration. They have great facilities. As a matter of fact, outside of Peach County, who just built a new place, you're not going to find a place with better facilities. They have a great coaching staff. It is a good place. There's just one thing missing. They don't have any players. Not like the ones that you're going to play against. You're in Lawrence County. Dublin is the city school. To the east of you is Swainsboro. To the north of you is Johnson County. All of them are good. Their facilities are unbelievable. I never seen anything like weight room, unbelievable. Gym, unbelievable. Brand new school, unbelievable. They got a little gym, unbelievable. Turf field, unbelievable. Field house, D1, all the way around. I mean, it's fantastic. And they pay jack. With my years and my degrees, I would get paid $120. Well, Mox, why haven't you applied? 'Cause I'm a nobody from nowhere that ain't never done nothing. Coach Tomberlin called and inquired. Yeah, that Coach Tomberlin. Yeah, no, I ain't. Nope, I can't run with them folks. But somebody is going to get them a good one right there, because it could be really, really good if you can get you some dudes. All right, South Cobb. It's a bad metro gig. It has a hard pass for me. Have fun with that. If you go about 3 miles up the road, it's like going to the United Nations. You're going to need to be able to speak all kind of different languages to operate in that area. East Forsyth, one of the best in the business, retired, well deserved, great job, relatively new setup. Borderline one of those mountain schools. So remember what I said about Pickens. Remember that's with a P, not with a C. Mount Vernon, one of those privatization schools up in the ATL. They have been good, real good. They'll probably stay within those ranks. Here recently, Pike County, well, they are really good at baseball. The new superintendent is an old football coach, so that's good. The new region is rough, but if you could find an offense that matches the personnel there to be competitive, you might have a chance. I would go to Gordo, Alabama, and sit down with that guy and learn the intricacies of the single wing, because you're going to have linemen. And then you got to figure out a defense that you can play to halfway keep from getting run up out of the place. And they're the Pirates. And being a Pirate would be cool. I mean, there's all kind of cool stuff you could do with that. I mean, there's been some cool Pirates. Coach Leach was a Pirate. So that's cool. Columbus came open, retired. Probably going to stay on staff as it should. Traditional ball and stick school. It is a very, very good academic school. Tough football place. Great baseball place. Great ball and stick place. Very good academic school. Tough football place. Miller County, Teach Georgia says is open again. They have a really nice golf course there, Crooked Oak. I used to be a member there. They're the Pirates as well, so that's pretty cool. Single A, South Georgia region is okay. You know, they're up and down. They're the Pirates. It's about all I got on that one. And today, Lithonia came open. I got absolutely nothing on this one. I think they're black and gold, and they're the Bulldogs, maybe. I don't know. That's all I got. But that is the hotness as it stands right now in the state of Georgia. Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 30 jobs open on December the 6th. As we sit here right now today, 30 jobs open as of right now. People ask, is this a lot? Is this normal? Are there going to be more? Yeah, you know, depends on the year. There'll be more open. There'll be a lot more come open. There always are. They will happen. It's going to pop. It always does. And again, remember, all of these jobs are going to be filled. Somebody's going to take all of these jobs. And as Coach Throwers told me 1,000,000 times, there's a lot more good mechanics out there than there are good shops. So, you know, we're supposed to be in this thing together. Sitting back and poo-pooing on people and coaches and, oh, he don't know what he's doing and he don't know how to talk to these kids and he didn't know how to coach these kids and blah, 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 and whatever else. You don't know what the man tried to do at that place, and you don't know what he had to deal with, and he might not have had the same resources you had or you have at your place. So make sure when you go after these jobs that you have done your research, you know that you're going in there with a plan, and you understand what you're getting yourself into. So the next situation that we're going to be looking at as we go forward with the Sun Coaches podcast is we're going to start doing the interviews. I've got 50 on deck. The plan is to release 2 podcasts a week. That puts me at 25 weeks worth of material. I will do my best to get this going. I will be calling these guys to set up the interview, so it'll be a lot less of me talking. And as there is hotness, I will put it out there. What I am not going to do is I am not going to get on here and talk about who got these interviews, who they're interviewing, things like that. And again, this is a off episode as far as what I said we were going to do. This is just a pure hotness episode, and just wanted to go ahead and run through these jobs because there's so many of them, and I didn't want to fall behind before some of these got filled. Again, they're just not my opinions on these jobs. These are also the opinions in the coaching community. They just have sense enough not to say it out loud. I don't. As I said in the previous podcast, people have not been hiring me for 30 years. What are you going to do now? Not hire me? It's okay. I'll say it when other people won't. I've always been that guy. I don't have a filter. I'll tell it like it is, and you can take it as you want to take it. You can flush it. You can get butthurt about it. You can do what you want to do. It really doesn't matter to me one way or the other. I'm just trying to be helpful. Just trying to help you guys out, give you a heads up, give you a little insight of what I know about it. But I'm not going to do your job for you. Do your research. Go look this stuff up. You can find it on the Georgia High School Historians website. You can look up new regions on ghsa.net. You can find all of this information. I am not the wizard. I am not highly intelligent. I'm just a regular guy. You can find it just as good as I can. Well, that's all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you're looking forward to these interviews when they start up. And as always, remember, coach hard, coach fast, and be their biggest fan.
Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
When you manage procurement for multiple facilities, every order matters. But when it's for a hospital system, they matter even more. Grainger gets it and knows there's no time for managing multiple suppliers and no room for shipping delays. That's why Grainger offers millions of products in fast, dependable delivery, so you can keep your facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.